Taylor Swift just shattered royal pride, without even mentioning their names. In today's commentary, something unbelievable unfolded on Good Morning America. While millions tuned in expecting to hear Taylor Swift talk about her Eras Tour documentary, what they didn't expect was for her words to spark one of the most emotional meltdowns in royal media history. Tell us in the comments where you're watching from, because this conversation is everywhere right now. It started as an ordinary morning broadcast. The bright studio lights reflected off Taylor's glittering jacket as Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan smiled across the table. Yet, behind those smiles, even they sensed something electric in the air. Taylor wasn't here just to promote a film. She was here to say something. She leaned closer to the mic, her voice soft but edged with conviction. "You can't buy authenticity," she said. "You have to earn it." The room went silent. Online, it was instant combustion. Within seconds, clips from the interview spread across X, TikTok, and YouTube. Swifties decoded every word. Royal watchers knew exactly who she was referring to: Harry and Meghan. For months, rumors swirled that Harry and Meghan had been seeking to rebuild their image after a rough year of headlines. Their Netflix deal had cooled, public opinion had soured, and a new wave of criticism followed every move they made. Meanwhile, Taylor Swift was entering a new golden age. Her Eras Tour was smashing box office records, Billboard charts, and even political discourse. She didn't need validation. She was validation. So when she dropped that subtle line about buying authenticity, it wasn't just a statement. It was a strike heard around the world. Michael Strahan tried to lighten the mood. "You've handled fame better than most, Taylor. What keeps you grounded?" Taylor smiled politely, probably learning from what not to do. Some people confuse publicity with purpose, but fame without integrity is just noise. A mic drop sting plays in the background. The host laughed nervously, but social media didn't. Hashtag TaylorSwiftExposes trended worldwide within 15 minutes. And while Taylor never uttered the words Harry or Meghan, fans connected the dots faster than any journalist could. But you haven't heard the craziest part. What Taylor said next made even Robin Roberts raise an eyebrow. As the cameras rolled, Taylor described how her documentary captured her real struggles, mistakes, growth, redemption. "I wanted people to see the journey," she said, "not the performance." That word, performance, echoed through the studio. Fans online paired the clip with headlines of Meghan Markle's past interviews, editing side-by-side montages that compared Swift's humility to Meghan's perceived dramatics. Comment sections erupted. Some praised Taylor for speaking truth. Others accused her of throwing shade at the Sussexes. Within hours, even the Daily Mail ran with Taylor Swift's subtle shot at the Sussex brand. It was like watching Beyoncé drop Lemonade all over again. Except this time, the lyrics weren't sung. They were spoken live on national TV. And just like that, the conversation shifted. From celebrity gossip to moral credibility. Then came the pivot. Taylor casually mentioned that the Eras Tour documentary wasn't just about success, it was about accountability. "You can't rewrite every chapter," she said. "Some stories need honesty more than PR." Audible gasp from the studio audience. Robin Roberts tilted her head. "That's a powerful statement, Taylor. You think honesty is what's missing in celebrity culture right now?" Taylor nodded. "Sometimes people choose a crown over character." Boom. That line alone detonated across timelines. By noon, reaction videos flooded YouTube. Royal commentators debated whether Taylor's words were a poetic call-out or a message to the world about image addiction. Meanwhile, inside sources claimed Harry and Meghan, who were reportedly preparing their own media comeback, were visibly shaken by how quickly Taylor's remarks overtook the global conversation. The irony? Swift hadn't attacked anyone directly. She simply told her truth, and the world decided who it fit within 24 hours. Hashtag TaylorSwiftGMA hit 25 million views on TikTok. Taylor Swift versus Sussexes trended #1 on X. Over 300 news outlets covered the story in less than a day. The narrative had changed, and for once, the royal couple weren't controlling it. But just when everyone thought Taylor was done, She dropped one more line, a quiet remark that left every host speechless and fans screaming, she did not just say that. We'll pick up exactly from that moment next. The line that made even the host stop smiling. Taylor looked toward the hosts, her voice suddenly calm, the kind of calm that comes before a storm. Sometimes, she said, people build palaces on illusions and then wonder why they feel empty inside. The room went still. No laughter. No follow-up question. Just silence, followed by the soft rustle of cue cards. Within minutes, Good Morning America's control room phone started lighting up. Producers whispering, did she just refer to the Sussexes? Robin Roberts cleared her throat with a careful smile. That's a profound thought, Taylor. And yet you've managed to turn that emptiness into art. Taylor smiled back, diplomatic, graceful, unbothered. Art heals when truth hurts. Across social media, the reaction was nuclear. Hashtag art heals when truth hurts trended globally in under an hour. Commentators split into camps. Team Swift versus Team Sussex. Some fans tweeted, Taylor just said what the world's been thinking for years. Others called it a masterclass in classy shade. By afternoon, British tabloids ran with headlines like, Taylor Swift outclassed the crown on live TV. And American outlets echoed, Swift's subtle sermon on authenticity leaves royals in tears. Inside sources, according to Variety, claimed Meghan had canceled an upcoming media appearance for personal reasons. Meanwhile, clips of Taylor's interview hit 40 million views on YouTube within 24 hours. Even Michael Strahan joked later, off-air, I've been in locker room brawls quieter than our studio after she spoke. The cultural energy felt like the Oscars slap meets Oprah's royal interview, except this time, it was elegance instead of chaos. Taylor hadn't raised her voice. She'd simply raised a standard. 2 days later, Taylor's team released a teaser from her Eras tour documentary. In it, she narrates over rehearsal footage. When your name becomes a headline, stay focused on the melody, not the noise. The internet connected dots again. That noise, fans argued, was royal drama itself. Entertainment Tonight confirmed the teaser was filmed weeks before the GMA appearance, but by then the narrative had already fused into a single viral truth. Taylor Swift had publicly humbled royalty without saying their names. As journalists debated the ethics of indirect shade, the emotional fallout deepened. A close friend of Meghan reportedly told People magazine she felt betrayed, not by Taylor personally, but by how quickly the public turned. On forums, one fan wrote, Harry and Meghan tried to rewrite the script. Taylor reminded us that authenticity doesn't need editing. For every sympathetic voice urging kindness, there were 10 memes circulating side-by-side comparisons. Taylor's grounded gratitude versus the Sussexes' televised grievances. Even longtime royal defenders admitted privately that the pop star had won the narrative war without firing a shot. Bar chart, the numbers didn't lie. Good Morning America's YouTube clip surpassed 50 million views in 3 days. Hashtag Swift vs. Sussex hit 1.2 billion impressions across X. Streaming pre-orders for the Eras tour documentary jumped 28% overnight. Analysts called it the Swift effect. Every word she spoke converted to engagement, revenue, and reputation. Was it coincidence, calculation, or karma? And if authenticity can go viral, what happens to those who built their fame on sympathy instead of sincerity? By week's end, Robin Roberts revisited the topic gently on air. Our Taylor Swift interview continues to make waves. Some call a moment of truth in celebrity culture. George Stephanopoulos added with a grin, whatever side you're on, it's rare to see honesty trend. The camera cut to Michael Strahan, who raised his brow. And she did it without naming names. That became the legacy of the moment. No confrontation. No scandalous exchange. Just a woman using her platform, and the world reading between every line. For Harry and Meghan, it was another lesson in how quickly the media crown can slip. For Taylor, it was proof that integrity can outperform influence. Sometimes the loudest message is whispered, and the whole world still hears it. If you thought that was wild, hit subscribe and drop a comment below. Tell us what you think Taylor really meant that morning. And wait till you see what's hidden in the off-camera footage from the GMA studio. The producers' reactions might shock you even more.